reported Sport Minister Gayton McKenzie to the SA Human Rights Commission for alleged racial remarks. Previous social media comments reportedly by McKenzie have resurfaced. Now the posts contain several racial slurs, and Action SA says those remarks serve to degrade and dehumanize black South Africans. Despite laying a complaint with the SA Human Rights Commission, the party says it has reservations about its ability to deal with the matter. Several other political parties, including the EFF and ATM.
Gayton McKenzie came out after the Open Chats podcast after they made derogatory statements and racist statements towards colored people. And then Gayton jumped on that bandwagon and in essence condemned them. The Patriotic Alliance opened a court case. They also decided that they are going to report them to the South African Human Rights Commission. He went so far as to say the following things on his X profile. He said, "No one wants to see young people destroyed. It is, however, a teachable moment for these young people and their peers that racism has no place in South Africa. To let them continue as if nothing happened is the surest way of destroying them. Consequence is a great teacher." Now, because he went on and on and on about that, eventually, X is going to do what X does best, which is dive deep in your history and see what they can uncover with regards to you. So Gayton McKenzie standing on a pedestal looking down at people and saying, "You are racist for doing this." People quickly found some receipts on X and they had the following to say. So here you can see Gayton saying, "Words like Tendrapanier and Black Diamond basically just describe you as a better K-word. Words like," so he said it a couple of times. Well, he double down. Words like Black Diamond basically means you a better K-word. Stop naming and giving nonsensical titles to blacks. Then he also did this. K-word, sole ambition is to collect a certain number of cattle to buy wife with and then pass his life in indolence and nakedness. That was from Gandhi. So, there's many of those X posts that has now surfaced. I've just scratched the surface. But those vary between 2010, 2013, 2015, 2017, even 2020. And then he came out and said, people are now trying to cancel me for things I said 10, 15 years ago, which is quite ironic considering that is exactly what Gayton McKenzie tried to do with me. Now, as you can see here, this is from 19th of June 2024 last year. And he says, "I was wrong about Ronaldo Gous and would like to apologize. Someone very close to him confirmed that he hates black people still and sent us his racist video." Who's that person that confirmed this? I would love to know this person's name because I've never ever hated black people. In 2010, when I made that video, it was exactly to show a double standards of racism in South Africa. And it was taken way out of context, as everybody knows. But he goes on, "I apologize again for coming up for him. I should have kept my ideas of redemption to people that are truly remorseful." Now, please, it's important to remember the date. 19th of June, 2024. Now, the reason that date is important is because Gayton McKenzie, in March of 2024, just 3 months prior, went on to a BizNews conference and he had the following to say. So if you have a look here, you can see it's BizNews. It shows here BizNews best of March 2024. It's 24 minutes and 22 seconds into his speech. I'm going to maximize it. Listen carefully.
"And we must admit this honest. I was probably the biggest racist you can ever find. I hated white people with a passion, but I had to decaffeinate myself. Because I thought white people just see me as a kafir. When they speak, they see a kafir. I thought that. And I had to decaffeinate myself from that thinking and say, you know what? Not all white people are like that. I can't judge two white people for the sins. I can't judge the whole.
Yeah. So he goes on about me using the K word 15 years ago, but 3 months prior to this video coming out of me, and him making the statement that he did in June of 2024. In March 2024, he was on a world stage conference and uttered the words that he uttered. So, ultimately, it just boils down to what's going to happen now. Now, what do I want? I want us as a nation to move past hurty words. Like I used, let me use an example. When you play sports and you play rugby and you break the law in rugby and you get a yellow or red card, does that mean that you now should be banned from rugby because you broke the rules of rugby? Is that now the same as somebody that says something that people don't agree with or don't understand the context, or it was breaking the rules? Now, in rugby, if somebody gets a yellow or red card, should they be banned from the sport? But why then do you apply that to real life? If somebody makes a mistake throughout their existence in their life,